Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Ryobi JobPlus multi-purpose tool. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, how about hitting that subscribe button so you're up to date with all the new videos that I produce, whether it's a tool review, tool repair, car repair, DIY projects, home repair videos, whatever I throw into the mix. You're sure to enjoy it. Anyway, so today we're going to be reviewing this Ryobi JobPlus multi-purpose tool. This was part of a combo pack that I purchased a little while back, and I'm doing an individual video for each of the tools that I got in that combo pack because it was just too many tools to do in one video in the original video when I introduced it to you guys. And I'll put a link up in one of the corners so you can go watch that intro video where you see everything that came in that combo pack. So basically I got 6 tools. This is one of them, and this is a multi-purpose tool. Like I said, it is the Ryobi JobPlus model number P246. It's an 18-volt multi-purpose tool, and it has a lot of cool little features to it, and let me go through them and explain them to you. And these are the accessories that came with it. The Allen wrench here is for the head to, swap out the different plates and so forth. You take off the plate here and put in the different adapters that you want to use. It has a convenient little trigger right there, and it has forward and reverse, which is kind of odd for a multi-purpose tool because they generally only vibrate in one direction. But I'll explain the reasoning for that in a moment. It has a convenient light right here to light up your work surface. And like all the other Ryobi tools, it does not have a delay, so it only stays on while you're pressing the trigger. And you can hear it's not too noisy. It's a fairly light tool. It's long, but it's convenient in the hand. It's about the size, convenient size like a handle for a drill or something like that. It's convenient enough to use, not like other multi-purpose tools that I have seen. I have a, one from Harbor Freight, which I'll do a review on soon. And that one is a bit more bulky than this one. So that one is a corded one, not cordless. This one is cordless. It is part of their OnePlus system, lithium plus 18 volt. It has a convenient little tray there where you can put your screws, nails, whatever it is that you're dealing with, adapter plates, all that kind of cool stuff, whatever you need on there. And like I said, forward and reverse, that's one direction, other direction, and it locks in the middle, just like you would have with a drill or something like that. Now, aside from all these convenient little features, this tool is hiding something that you guys are not aware of. Before I explain that, let me say it also comes with this little plate, and this plate goes on here, and this is so that you can use either Bosch or Dremel appliances or attachments. If you have already, or if you want to buy because you get a good deal or whatever the case, you have the tool or you get the tool, you can use Dremel or Bosch tools with this little adapter plate. And the cool thing about this, so that you don't lose it, they were smart. They thought of everything. Has a little storage space right back here where you put your little adapter plate so you don't lose it. So that is pretty convenient right there. Pull it out and use it, put it away when you don't need it. So that's pretty nifty. All right, the secret that this tool is hiding, which you can't see, but it literally is a multi-purpose tool. Oh, and by the way, the head has a nice overmold that covers the entire head, and it has a flat area there so you can put your hand on it and push down if you need to. But enough of a teaser. This tool is compatible with all the rigid JobMax tools adapters. It comes right off. You can see right there. You can read what it says right there. Compatible with all the rigid JobMax tools. And in case I'm holding it upside down, let me put it that way. I can't tell very well what I'm doing here. But it is compatible with the rigid JobMax tool. So if you happen to have rigid already and you get this also, or get this and then want to have some rigid tools, you can swap it out. And it does a lot of cool things like, grinder, saw, all sorts of different tools you can get on here. Whatever rigid puts out for the JobMax, you can add it to this. So that is pretty cool. And it snaps in place real easy. So let's go through the, and it doesn't have to be running for you to, you can just slightly hit the trigger and get the light to go. So that shows you right there. A little bit of pressure, you can get the light to go on. There you go. All right, so then let's go through all these different little things here and see what we can do with it. Swap out this bolt right here, and let me add something else in and see what we can do. Let's go with the plunge tool. There we go. Now, the convenience of the plunge tool, and you can see it vibrating away. And if we put it the other way, of course you can't see because it's just going side to side, so it really doesn't matter. But the benefit of a plunge tool, let me make some room here and we'll use it. Let's say, this is just one example, but let's say you have a piece of drywall and you need to cut a hole in it for whatever reason, maybe an electrical box or something like that. And you're in the middle of the wall. You don't want to have to go and, drill a bunch of holes and stuff and then take one of these drywall saws and have to cut through it by hand and all that. This will cut it for you in seconds. So you take out your little pencil, mark it right there, however you want it. And there you go. Now you take your plunge tool and you plunge. Okay, there we go. And this is 1/2 inch plywood, not plywood, drywall. 1/2 inch drywall. So it is fairly thick. And it's more convenient when it's on a wall instead of me doing it here like this. And there you go. You cut right through it. Now if you need to, you can put your little box in there, and I didn't do a very clean job, so I got to clean it up a little bit. And that's the beauty of it. There you go. You can put your put your electrical box right in the wall as you need to do it. And if you need to do a little cleaning up or what have you, it works perfectly for that. Now another example is right here. Let me move this out of the way. Let me throw this out. Now this is an electrical box that is a remodel electrical box. In other words, you put this in after a wall is already up. And it has these little prongs that stick up and they hold the box in place behind the drywall. So you tighten it up and hold it in place behind it. But you notice how on this particular model, they stand up a little bit beyond the outer part here. It's a little bit inconvenient because you need a little more room for this. Let's say you're an electrician, you're trying to zip through these and go a whole lot faster. Well, use this tool, you can clean it up and make it easy for yourself. This is where another attachment comes in handy. Instead of using the plunge tool, and the plunge tool has a lot of other purposes, a lot of the other uses, aside from what I showed you. I just showed you one example there. But let's go to this one, which has a sharp edges to it. You can see there's serrated edges. So it's good for cutting. because it vibrates back and forth. And you know, you can put it like this, you can put it like that, however you want, depending on the space that you're dealing with. Let's put it like this. Depending on how cramped an area is that you're working with. There you go. Now this acts as a saw, but it's just moving back and forth, instead of actually rotating around like a saw. But, like I was saying, this is a little inconvenient here because it hits the little screw portion right here. The socket screw would go right into here, and that hits it there, so it makes it a little inconvenient for you. So how about cleaning that up a little bit so this will work better? Taking this, mark it a little bit there, so I know roughly where it goes. And I happen to go a little too low. And the problem is the plastic keeps melting. There we go. So you see how now I was able to make it a lot cleaner for inserting it into the wall, and it doesn't affect the screw at all, because the screw is just going to go into the hole. It doesn't care if it has a slice on top or not. It's still going to hold the electrical connector in there just fine. But that goes down, where you see this one sticks up so high up here. I just made this one go down, making it easier for me to put it inside the wall. So that was a nifty little usefulness right there, just for cutting a slot. So these are useful for that. How about if you're doing some remodeling and you have some molding that you need to trim or cut or something? Sometimes when you're doing moldings in a room, sometimes it's simple, you just cut it. Sometimes you need to notch it for some odd reason. So let's notch this one for something, anything, it doesn't matter. And you can do this off the wall, or sometimes it's on the wall and you have to do it right on there. That's why this is very convenient, because you can control it and try to get it in there. In a case like this, if this is against an area that you could damage it, you probably don't want something as big as this one. That's where the plunge tool would come in handy, because it does have a serrated edge. See? So it does have a serrated edge. So you could go in and do a much cleaner cut with the plunge tool here if you needed to. But I already have this one on here, so let's demonstrate this one. Doesn't matter, scrap molding, doesn't matter. There you go. Cut out a piece of the molding, very easy, in case you need to notch it for some reason. Of course, I didn't do it very cleanly, but like I said, I'm just demonstrating. I'm not trying to be extremely clean and neat or tidy or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just showing you what it can do. So let's say this molding is too long. You just need to cut it. All right, let's cut it. There you go. We're done. You don't need a saw. Multi-purpose tool does it just fine. You just cut this molding in half. Let's say I don't need this anymore. I don't like this. It was a bad cut. I made a mistake. I goofed. Get rid of it. There you go. The goof is gone. Now we made it perfect. Now you can use it for butting up against anything at all. So there you go. And this is also good for when you do coping. You can do the coping around the back with a tool like this, very conveniently. Cut this to 45 degrees and then just cope it away. So that's one use right there. Let's do a little bit of sanding here. Ow, ooh, that thing is sharp when you hit it. Gotta be careful with that. The other attachment, the Velcro attachment. You can put this on here. There we go. And geez, I hurt myself, but I didn't cut myself. That's good. Anyway, so these are the little discs that you would buy for sanding. And this one came with 3 different ones. We have 60, 120, and 3 of the 80s. So it came with a few different ones. Let's try one of the 80s. We're just demonstrating anyway. So being Velcro and having a hook and loop design to it, just stick it right on there. And the good thing about these is that you can get into really tight areas, like you can see right there. Really tight areas, little corners and stuff. Let's say this was like that. You can get right into the corner right there and clean it up by rotating back and forth, and you can clean up that corner no problem at all. So that's a convenient thing about that. It's really good. That's why it's triangular. You can get into that. So you can see right there, cleaned it up really nicely. There you go. Cleaned that up really good. Sanded it right down to the bare wood. That's pretty convenient from a little tool like this. So this tool has a lot of little benefits to it, and let's see. And it hasn't, I haven't done a lot, but it hasn't sucked up the battery as badly as some of the other tools. So this one is pretty good. I would say you can use this on a job site or home site or anywhere. So for a DIYer and maybe even a professional, because it doesn't seem to be too bad on the battery and it got the job done. It seems to have a lot of power to it. In fact, for a DIYer or even a professional, considering this one is compatible with the rigid Job Max, I would think this would be a valuable tool to have in your arsenal. Because when on the job site, you can just swap out the heads, put something else on here, and you're ready to go. And it does not seem to be too bad on the battery. This little motor in here doesn't take up a lot of power. So I'd say this is really good for just about anybody. You can get this independently. You don't have to get it in a combo pack like I did with the other ones. That's why I'm reviewing each tool separately, because all these tools are available in combo packs and separately. So if any one of these tools that I review you like, you can go get it by itself. You don't need to get the other ones if they're not good for you. So if you like this one, I would say it's a good tool. It's lightweight, it's economical, it's not very expensive, it's a Ryobi. It's comfortable, has a light for you to light it up, convenient magnetic tray, it's good with the battery. There you go, we're still at 3 bars, and this was a fresh battery. So 3 bars in the time we've been doing this, that's not too bad at all. So I say this is a good one for just about anybody. So anyway, hope this helped you out. Hope this pointed out a good tool that you can use for just about anything. Multi-purpose tool and removable, replaceable, exchangeable heads to it. So hope you liked the video. Hope it helped you out. I hope you give me a thumbs up and you come back again. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I hope to see you here real soon on the next tool review or DIY project that I do. So I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye for now.